The weather has warmed up. We are live on Lake of the Woods catching jumbo perch. Stick around, fish with me live for the last hour of daylight. All right, here is what we have going on. I've got myself, I got Ryan about, I don't know, 50, 60 yards away from me. Here's the setup. We are sitting off a reef right now. We're in 22 feet of water, just off the reef in the mud. And we are catching walleye and a ton of these perch. I don't know what's going on in the Lake of the Woods this year. It's absurd. Lots of perch today, midday. Marking perch all day long. It's a pretty cool deal what's going on. But so with this weather warm up, I would say what happened is these bite windows kind of narrowed up a little bit. You got your morning bite window and you got your evening bite window, and you're going to see here in a minute how as we go, this bite window, it's kind of narrowed a little bit. You know, where the fish were usually really hitting at 4, it's going to push it back a little to 4:30 in the morning. Instead of them going to 9:30, 10, it's going to quit a little bit earlier. But we are still picking fish up during the day, and we're picking a lot of perch during the late, and a lot of big perch. If you check the Lindy Facebook story, you'll see we got some 13, 14-inch perch. So I already see we got some people commenting. Jordan is there. John's there. Tim, hey guys. Excellent. A little bit of ice movement with this warm weather. It's not terrible, but I want to go and say, like I say every time, no ice is good ice. You want to be super careful out here. It's a whole different scenario now with this warm weather. This ice is shifting, moving. On the way out here, we did find slush pockets. Let me do some jigging while I'm talking. What am I doing? So it's still dangerous, guys. The ice it's still not safe. No ice is safe ice. You want to check with the resorts. You want to do everything safely. We don't need any incidents. I can see I got one down there right now. Trouble seeing that on there. All right, and I am giving something away. I'm not going to tell you what I'm giving away. Throw a comment at the end of this. We'll pick somebody out of the comments randomly, and you're going to win something. You're going to want to comment. It's good, too. Got a fish right under me right now. And this is how it's been all day. Randomly, these fish they come through slowly, just like you're seeing this one right here. And then, you know, every hour or so, you know, you'll get a couple biters come through, and you'll get a couple. And the majority of the fish during the day have been perch. We picked up a couple walleyes. We actually picked up a couple slot fish, really nice walleyes, but the majority of it has definitely been perch. The setup I have right now is I am still fishing the Lindy Flyer like I was before the last live, but I did switch my dead stick rod here. I did switch that to what I always use for my dead stick, the Frosty Jig and Spoon. And part of the reason for that is also because of these perch. Perch loves tungstens, and perch love Frosty spoons. Those are my two top perch baits, and since I figured out that during the day a lot of these fish are perch, I have went over to that smaller Frosty spoon. Nice fast drop rate. The perch, they just go crazy over it, and we've been catching nice 13, 14-inch perch. There's one coming in hot right there. What's he gonna do? See, he's going for the Frosty spoon. See if he engages. Nope. So this one I'm jigging right here. I need to adjust my Mega Live a little bit, but this one I'm jigging right here. This is the Rattling Flyer, and the other one you see there is the Frosty spoon. All right, what do we got for comments? Go ahead and throw those comments on there, guys. Lake of the Woods. We are on Lake of the Woods again. The bite has been excellent. Like I said, the bite window's kind of narrow because of that warm weather, but it's still a phenomenal bite. You can scratch out easy limits right now. It's a super good bite. Talked to guys over in the river today. They are doing good. Talked to guys over at Zipple today. They did really good in the morning over at Zipple. So Good bites everywhere right now. And the weather, I mean, this weather, gorgeous, gorgeous weather. Now, it's not good ice making weather, but it's just nice to be out here. You know what? I should be fishing outside, but with all this gear, Oh, there's a fish on the screen. Thank you. Wasn't even paying attention, right on the bottom there. Keep an eye on Ryan over there. If he gets one, he'll show. And he's got the same thing I have on, actually. He has a red rattling flyer, and then he has a frosty spoon on the other one, same as me. That was a deadly combo. You saw during the last live, I was, all in on the rattling flyers because there's just so many walleyes down there during that live. But putting that smaller bait on my other rod really paid off this afternoon with those perch, and we got some really big perch. The numbers of perch in Lake of the Woods this year are just absolutely phenomenal. And I'm not crappie fishing right now, but I'm going to throw a recipe at you guys from Rachael, and you guys see what you think of it, and then we'll get back to fishing.
Today we are making a simple and unique recipe for your crappie. Today we are using 4 crappie fillets, depending on how big or small they are. Mine are a little bit smaller, so I'm just gonna cut them into little fingerlings here. I have had these in the fridge for about an hour in a salt bath, and I drained and rinsed them. Behind me on the stove, I have a pot with 2 quarts of boiling water. I added in half a packet of like a shrimp and crab boil packet with a couple of tablespoons of salt.
Nope, cut Rachael off. There's one for Ryan right there. That was my fault, technical issue, but I will post that recipe. You guys need to check it out. It's like a shrimp cocktail, but they use crappie. It's super, super good. This one for Ryan looks like a sauger, maybe. Let's get back to that live scope screen. There it is right there. Mega live hummingbird. And this last half hour is that's when the magic happens, or that's when the magic's been happening anyway, so we'll see what happens. Like I said, I'm doing a giveaway. I'm not telling you what it is. Throw a comment, throw a question. You're gonna want to throw a comment because this is a good one. We'll randomly pick somebody out of these comments right at the end and give it away live on the air. It's my little guy Finn there. He says hi to Ryan. Hey, Finny. Yeah, rattling flyers, #1 lure on Lake of the Woods. It is amazing, and we are live on YouTube and Facebook, hopefully. So if you're at home, you want to turn on your TV, all you gotta do is go to the Lindy Fishing Tackle YouTube page, and we are also live on there if you want to check that out. We should be streaming to both spots. And I have to turn my heater to pilot because it is 85 degrees in here. There we go. Yeah, we are still into these perch. These perch just keep coming. I don't know. Be fun in the summer if these perch are still here too. I know there's certain areas on the lake that you do catch substantially more perch than other areas, but it seems to me this year wherever I fish, I'm getting a lot of these perch. It's very interesting. Russell. I have not fished Cascade, but I eventually will be going to Cascade. It's definitely on my bucket list. Yeah, the perch out there are epic. So that is definitely something that I will be doing. I wasn't paying attention to Ryan. Did he get another one? I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I will for sure go to Cascade someday. I don't know if it'll be this winter, but probably next winter. Definitely, it's definitely on the list. So you can see that fish creeping. That's a nice walleye creeping right along the bottom. Here he comes. So he hit it. That's a nicer fish there. Come on. Work. There, I got him. Got him. This is a walleye for sure. So he bumped it from the bottom and came up with it, that one. I'll work him really slow at the bottom of that hole. Really nice eye. No way is that a sauger. Okay, that's a monster sauger is what that is. And that's another thing. The saugers this year, I don't know what's going on with these saugers this year, but they are giant. Look at that thing. Big, big, fat saugers. Look at that sauger. And I am keeping some to bring home, so that one is gonna be fish tacos. The saugers this year are just thick. They are really, really, I have never seen the saugers that thick. They're big and round. The bellies on these saugers are just really something. That one is on the Wonder Bread Rattling Flyer spoon, that fish. Excuse me. Oh, Ryan's wiping his hands. I wasn't paying attention, but he might have got one too. So this would be interesting. Oh, there's another one down there. See him? Second I got down there, he looked at it. Get him to engage. See, he's moving. You see how fast he was moving? That tells me that he's in a positive attitude. See, there he swam away. Got too much movement down there. I'll get this one, you watch. He's moving around too much not to bite. So fish that come in fast like that, generally you got a way better odds of catching than ones that just creep in slow. So I'm hoping the rattle kind of triggers him here is what so you can see him jigging right above him. I'm kind of lifting it up, we're playing the chase game is what we're playing. I'm gonna give this Frosty spoon a jig too to see if maybe he might like that better. Nope, not having it. Nope, there's another one another fish under the Frosty spoon too. So now this is what I'm telling you, that last half hour daylight. This is when it starts to happen, and this is what's happening right here. I would imagine that fish is going to hang out for another 5 minutes and he'll hit, is what my guess would definitely be. All right, what you guys got for question? Jeff, you're on Winnie. Full minnow today. I got a full minnow on today. Earlier today, I was using a minnow head when I was perch fishing. I did catch perch on tungsten toads and plastics, and I caught fish on Frosty spoons with minnow heads earlier. The perch bite, you just pick them up all day long. It's super fun. I would say that there is not many times during the day that the graph was empty. Seems like there was always something, cruising through to kind of try work. So it's entertaining anyway. Lake of the Woods, guys. I'm on Lake of the Woods. Oh, Ryan's hooked up. Oh. Just turn his audio on. I'm not sure what happened there. I'm not stirring up the bottom. I will tell you, last night before dark though, right after it got dark, I had fish hanging on the screen and I couldn't get him to bite, and I did lay my bait on the bottom right at dark to those fish that weren't biting, and they did snatch it up off the bottom and eat it. So I can say today so far I've had no fish eat it off the bottom, but it's not to say that it's not something you shouldn't try. £6 fluoro is what I have, John, for leader. So I have, I think, 8-pound braid, and then I have, no, actually, yeah, 6-pound braid, and then I have a swivel, and then I have the 6-pound fluorocarbon on there. And is fluorocarbon needed on Lake of the Woods? It is not needed, but you know what? It doesn't hurt, and it's easy to tie up. And like I said last week, I'm not doing a line-to-line knot. I'm just doing a swivel to show you guys that it's no problem using a swivel, because sometimes those line-to-line knots are tricky. So a swivel is absolutely acceptable. And my swivel is generally about as long as my rod. So about a 30, or I'm sorry, my fluorocarbon's as long as my rod, so probably about a 30-inch fluorocarbon leader on there. Bob, I have not seen any sturgeon in the last 2 days for some reason. I don't know if it's this area I'm in or what, but I usually see sturgeon, but I have not seen any for some reason. Normally I see multiple a day, but I don't know what's going on lately. Oh, Ryan's hooked up. See what he's got. Big perch, what do we bet? Oh, looks like a sauger maybe? Hold it up for us here in a second. No, Michael, I'm not in Nestor Falls. I'd like to be in Nestor Falls fishing crappies though, and that might be next. There's one coming along the bottom right there. He's not going to turn. He's just going to keep going. The jigging is very, very subtle. Starting to see my breath. Heater's going back on. Tim, that's a good question, Tim. There's two types of guys out there when you're ice fishing. There's guys that like snap swivels and guys that don't like snap swivels. So that guy in the other tent over there is using a snap swivel, and I am not using a snap swivel. I can tell you that, so there you go. And a snap swivel will give the lure a slightly different action, and that you can see he's catching more, and that either could be the location, but we're very close, or that it could be something to do with that swivel and the kicking action that swivel's giving it. So I generally, ice fishing, do not use a snap swivel, but I know a lot of guys do, and I do know that Ryan has snap swivels tied on. Awesome. Detroit Lakes area has massive crappies. There's one just laying on the bottom there, but he's not having it. You know what, Tim? That's a good point. It can be tough with these smaller lures tying up sometimes, and the snap swivel does make it substantially easier for us older guys. For sure it does. That's a very good point, actually. There's one there. Oh, he's going to take it. There, I got him. Oh, he popped off. I'm going to go back down and see if I can get him again. He probably got my minnow. I'm going to jig super aggressively. That's a good fish, too. See if we can get him on the frosty spoon. Still hanging on down there. It's a good fish. I think he's liking this rattling. Oh, that minnow. He's going to eat that minnow. See, that's my minnow falling. He just ate it. Not giving up. So my rattling flyer does not have a minnow on it right now. get kind of aggressive with it. That was a good fish. That was probably 20-inch fish. Now that he's gone, I'm going to get this up and rebait it. So that was cool. You could see my minnow fluttering down, and he just zipped over and ate it. Weird bite on these big ones right now, too. They're coming up from the bottom, and they're bumping it. And I'm hooking the minnows through the head just like that. Got the Wonder Bread rattling flyer on right now. Got another fish coming in from the right. Now I see how he's accelerating. So he can get his head to tip up. Where did he go? There he is. Not loving it. Nope, and he's gone. So I feel like it's more walleyes now. So what I'm gonna do is oh, hang on. Hang on, we're not gonna do that quite yet. I'm gonna try to catch him first. See, he's moving slow. See if we can trigger him when he gets close. Nope, turned around. All right. Go ahead, throw your comments down there. Gonna give something away at the end. Okay, I'm gonna put a fresh minnow for this last 15-20 minutes here on this Frosty spoon. Oh, I got a head on there. I lied. That's the problem. So what I'm going to do when I hook this minnow is I am not going to hook it directly in the middle, but I am going to hook it right behind that fin. So it's kind of hooked more towards the back. And the reason for that is, I don't know if you'll be able to see that or not, but you can see how he's kind of hooked towards the back. This Frosty spoon is small enough where he'll take that minnow and he'll swim in circles, and you'll get super good action, and then you'll get, you know, the backside of that, the metallic, the backside of that Frosty spoon. You'll get the pink, the glow, and then you'll get, I didn't glow it up, I should have, but get a little bit of flash out of it with that minnow kicking down there. Back to jigging the rattling flyer, and the reason I'm working the rattling flyer is because it has the rattles in it. I'm engaging those to pique their interest and kind of call them in, because there's nothing here. This is featureless right here. We're just in the mud. The reef is probably, I don't know, a couple 100 yards that way. It's not like we're on structure or anything that's holding fish. These fish are just basically just roaming around. All right, what do we got for comments? A ton of them. 22 feet of water. What's the Frosty spoon? Of course, I didn't download a Frosty spoon to show you. Why would I do that? If you look at this, you can see number 2 there. That is the Frosty spoon. Catches walleyes. Phenomenal panfish spoon. Probably one of the best panfish spoons there are, just because it's so nice and heavy, and it's got that really nice fast drop rate to it. So that second one there, that is what the Frosty spoon is. A bunch of new colors in the Frosty spoon this year. Check those out. Yeah, my money's on Ryan catching the most fish too, actually. The ice, John, we're sitting on 20 inches plus. I'm guessing 20 to 22 inches right here. A lot of ice in this specific spot, but that's not true for the rest of the lake. There's some, 6 to 10 inch areas that we have found in different areas of the lake. So it's not safe. You need to be very, very cautious still. Jake, I think I called you on the phone and suggested tungsten toads and frosty spoons and the tiny quiver spoons. Those are all good for crappies, tipped with, there's one on the bottom right there, tipped with, oh, he's gonna eat too, he's gonna eat. Got him. Oh, and I'm stuck in my other rod, of course. Oh, maybe I got out of it, maybe. Wouldn't be alive without me tangling everything. Oh boy. This is a mess is what this is. All right, another sauger. Really nice sauger. Oh, she's all tangled. Yeah. All right. There's that. See if I can minimize the damage here. Oosh. Oh, what's Ryan doing over there? Looks like he's on point. There, he's got one. Okay, so I've got my lure right here. I'm just going to cut this out and get back down is what we're going to do. Another nice sauger. These saugers this year, they're really, really something. And I think if you're on your own fishing out here, we're not in a group of people right now. We're kind of away from the crowd, so that's helping substantially too. All right, I'll get this back down there. All kinds of stuff going on here right now. Okay, we're good there. And we're fishing again. Right away, fish off to the left pops up. Okay, gotta do something with this disaster. Okay, looks like we're done with that rod for the night. Here's my frosty spoon. And we're going all in with the Rattling Flyers. This specific color Rattling Flyer is my new favorite on Lake of the Woods. This is the Pink Tiger Glow Rattling Flyer. I'm not far. I'm only a couple miles out. I'm not far out at all, actually. For safety reasons. All right, Pink Tiger Glow. We're going to put that up against the Wonder Bread down there with a fish sneaking in from the right. Better get jigging here. That's a good fish, too. We're going to hang on. Hold on, everybody. Here we go. Come on, buddy. Get it right above his head and see if we can get him to turn. Come on, turn. There we go. He stopped. Oh! That's the one we were looking for, too. That was probably 22, 23 incher. That was a big one. All right, here's my dead stick. Right there. Okay, what we got for comments? 30 comments. Win something. It'll be fun. No, I do not have the Wheeler today. Today I have the Snowmobile. We get a lot of snow up here. Snow's good up here. You can ride across. You can ride from my cabin to the lake. It's plenty of snow to run snowmobiles out here right now. I prefer to run a snowmobile if I can. So that wheeler that doesn't like to start, she is not here right now. So I'm confident tonight that I'm getting off the lake for sure. I wish I had some tips for Winnie for you, Jeff, but I would start with a quiver spoon. That's what I'd start with and go from there. No, I don't want to gamble on that four-wheeler. I feel much safer on a snowmobile too, to tell you the truth, on the ice. I much prefer a snowmobile. And you'll see here in a minute, this Lake of the Woods bite, I don't know what time we got here, 4:44. You'll see that around 5, this bite, it'll be a ghost town down there. It really shuts off around 5 o'clock. Just like a light switch. You might have already done it. We'll see what happens here, but Tim, the crack is still out there. I have not looked at it, but I know it's dangerous. I can't say for sure either way what's going on with that. I know that they are not going directly out of the front of the resort. Yeah, that's a good point, Jeff. So that'll get you out of the bad stuff quick if something does happen. It's a little bit safer. I haven't been watching Ryan. I don't know if he's caught any, but we might be about, oh, there's one creeping on the bottom there. We might be about to the end here. That's a good point about going shallow, correct. You could get on more fish if you did go shallow, I imagine. That's a very good point. You know, how will, that's a very good question. The weather next week doesn't look good. It looks super warm. I think there's going to be these cracks that are forming. There's going to be a lot of slush on those cracks. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen next week. It's not going to be good, I will tell you that. It's not going to be good at all. Because the ice is it's marginal right now. We're right on the edge where it's almost getting good, but it's still very, very marginal ice. No, I set my shanty up every time I come out on. This is just a portable that flips over, is all it is. Yeah, there's one right underneath that frost, or that other rattling. Quiver spoon, let me see if it'll get triggered there. Go ahead and throw your questions down there, guys. We're not going to be on much longer. Jake, what color do I have on? I have a Wonder Bread and Pink Tiger Glow. Those are the two colors I'm running right now. And there's some fish. Those are looking perchy is what those are looking like. John, I'm just running muck boots right now. Is all I'm running. And they seem to be fine most of the time. David, there's a good question. Warm weather, good or bad for the bite? I would say at the beginning of the warm weather, during that weather change, right when it changes, the bite's generally going to slow down. These walleyes in Lake of the Woods, they like that stable weather. So you know, you get You get 2-3 days into that stable weather and the bite definitely does improve. So what we got going on right now is we got this warming trend going in, and that bite should just increase into next week. So I would bet by like Monday, Tuesday next week, this bite should be fire. It should be even better than it is right now. So it's that stable weather in the winter on Lake of the Woods that gets it. Even last week when we had the extreme cold, you know, 2-3 days into that cold, the fish were really biting. Once they adjusted, it was a good bite. So you just want that stable weather for these fish to pick up. Perch category. Little fish donkey tournament we have going on. Jeff, I'm just taking a couple. I'm not taking very many, just enough to eat. Is live scope versus a I would say that Humminbird has its advantages and live scope has its advantages. They both have their advantages. I really don't think one unit is going to catch you more fish than another unit. That's not to be said. Maybe in extreme depths, I haven't tested the Humminbird Mega Live in deep, so I can't say for that, but up to like 30, 40 feet, I would say either unit, you're not going to catch any more fish with either unit. They're very, very similar, and there's advantages to both. What I do like about this Humminbird is there's no black box, and the battery goes for a very, very long time. It's got great, great battery life on it. I haven't totally tested it, but I think I could probably, this is just a Helix 9 on here, and I think I could probably go 2 days. All right, guys, we're going to give this away. Throw your comments. We'll give something away in a minute. If you have any more questions, throw them on there. We're going to log off here pretty soon. I'm not even paying attention. And then I will scroll this and we'll see who it lands on. Yeah, that was super cool. You can see that minnow swim away playing. Oh, I got one under there. The one's sitting on the bottom right now. Fishing today's been good, Jordan. There are roads open on Lake of the Woods. That's a question there. There are some roads open to drive on. Check with the resorts. Adrian's, they're driving out on. I can't say for the other ones. I'd imagine Zippel's doing something, but, you know, talk to the resorts, stay within the resort's boundaries, because it's still a little bit dangerous out here. You're welcome, Billy. Just take a look if there's any more questions here I can hit before we log off. It's getting about the end here. Any more questions you guys got, I'll answer them. Just gonna look through them quick and see what we got. Kevin, it's past my boot, or it's about up to my boot in some spots. So I don't know. There's probably 5 to 8 inches, I suppose, of ice on here. I'm gonna let this scroll here, see where she lands. We're gonna give something away here in a second, because I think this bite is winding down. So I haven't been paying attention to Ryan. I know I can see his hands moving over there, but he's maybe been catching things. I don't have any audio on him, so that's kind of tough. All right, let that scroll. All right, guys, we're going to wrap her up here in about 1 minute. Give something away. I'd like to thank everybody for watching. If you have questions when you're out fishing, go ahead and message me. I'll answer them the best I can. There's one hanging out underneath there. Oh, swam away. Yeah, it's getting to the end here. Another one on the bottom there, to the right. All right, so here's what we're giving away. We're giving away some day house rentals at Arneson's Rocky Point. You and your buddy can come for 2 days and fish. Day house rentals. I'm giving those away to Kurt Kleiss. Kurt Kleiss, you have won the Arneson's Day House Rentals. Check your messages. I will DM you tonight and send you the info on that, and we'll get it all set up. And you're going to fish for 2 days with Arneson's, you and a buddy. So thank you for everybody for watching. Like I said, if you're out fishing, you got any questions, you just let me know. Appreciate everything. And I think the next one, I think I'm going to be doing some panfish next time. So stick around, and good luck on the ice, everybody.